Hello.
Yeah.
I'm going with an experimental close-up version. How is everybody doing?
How's my skin look up close? Does it look pretty? It looks pretty smooth.
Have you been hydrating?
I used to get razor bumps, but I switched to a cream, and now they seem to be gone.
So, cream?
Yeah, cream. Hi, Ryan.
Hello. Let's fix this because I want to show off a fun. Oh, we always have a great background brought to us by our friend Tree
Hugger.
Welcome to another Sunday episode of Tavern Talk. And as always, I shall open up this enormous tavern door. So basically, Dan and I meet outside. We're just like chumming around. I walk in from the north. He walks in from the south. You can see by our different colors, we represent different gangs. But like we come together on Sundays and we do our ceremonious
East side till I die, baby.
Let's do our ceremonial high five, Dan, like we always do. Come on.
All right, yeah.
Ready?
Let me.
All right, get over there.
So
it goes and then turn around.
We turn around.
And then head back, head butt.
And then head back. Yeah, that's right. And then we cover our nose.
Yep, cover our nose.
And then we swing around and we give a chest bump.
Chest bump?
No, up to the camera. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when it's done in real time.
That was, yeah.
I would imagine.
I'm so nervous to have everyone see the behind the scenes footage. All right. So anyway, and then I open the tavern door.
Doon, 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 doon. It's like the Addams Family. Doon, 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 doon,
doon. Exactly.
I'll keep going. Yeah. There's no lyrics. It's just music. Boom, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. A lot of trombone use, which is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the boners.
What? Wait, what just happened? You're a big fan of the boners?
Yeah, tromboners, baby.
Tromboner? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. No, they're great.
I missed the prefix.
It's the whole. So cool. So it gets a cardio in there. Did you know tromboners live 7 years longer because they have stronger hearts?
I did not know this.
7 years. Tell your kids to play trombone; they'll live till they're 93, at least. All right. Hey, Ryan.
Did you make that shit up?
No. Why would I do that?
Because we're puppets.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I did, but okay. This isn't PSA time. The PSA it doesn't stand for puppet.
Do you remember the PSA at the end of the G.I. Joe cartoons?
Yeah, knowing is half the battle.
The only one I actually remember is about the live wires. They came like they were driving and there was like,
there's live wires. Hey,
they
look like fun electric snakes. Let's play. Don't do that, kid. Knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
They had an H on their belt for hero.
Hero, really? Is that what it meant?
I always thought it was for Harry.
I thought it was for hung. I don't know.
And with that, let's bring in our special guests.
We have guests? Wait a minute. Today is Sunday. Hold on. Let me look at my calendar. Holy cow, we do have guests. Bring them in. Open that door and bring them in, Ryan.
The fresh air. All these people.
They're reading. Oh,
I'm getting a complex, brother Dan.
And they lived happily ever after. Hey, guys! Sorry to interrupt you. I know these books are captivating and all, but you wanna You want to show your pretty faces?
Hey.
Only from here up, maybe?
Yeah. Guys, let me welcome. We have Rainbow Sedai. We have Abigail Sedai. We have Rainbow. We have Abigail. We have Andrew from the Black Tower podcast. And we have Aidan, who is Ryan's nephew.
Ryan's nephew, Aidan. Yes. Nephew Aidan.
Nice. Guys, thank you for joining us.
Brother Dan, in so many contexts, nephew is like a slight. Like, what's up, nephew?
What it do, nephew?
All right, let's highlight this mother effer.
All right. This mother nephew? This mother nephew?
For this? You're going to get beat into the gang. You ready for this?
You ready? I didn't tell you about this, Aidan, but we do jump people in and we physically pound them and then we give them hugs after, but not like super close hugs, but kind of like the hug where we punch your back as we're hugging and then we'll punch you in the arm again. We're not cool.
No. So after I bust a 40 on your head,
well, it's a cult. A gang is a loaded word. I would say we are a collective where Ryan and I are wholly in charge.
Brother Dan, the way of the leaf is no violence.
Tell Ryan that. He pulls me in. I know. You're right. Thank you, Rainbow. All
right. Sorry. All right. Count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Dan.
Oh. Harry, block, spin. Kicking the
You call yourself a nerd? Oh. You call yourself a nerd?
I do every day. No.
All right. And then we give you a 40.
You know, normally when I call myself a nerd, I'm pointing at myself in the mirror, frowning, saying, "You're just a nerd." Guys, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Andrew, can you start us off? Can you tell us about your podcast a little bit, please?
Sure. So I am one of the hosts on the Black Tower podcast. We are, of course, a Wheel of Time podcast, full spoiler podcast. There's a couple little episodes sprinkled in that are kind of spoiler friendly, but we pick topics and themes from the entire series, and we do weekly episodes on them that go out to all your favorite podcasting sites, and they get uploaded to YouTube because we decided to show our faces now. So yeah.
Nice. Well, Andrew's one of our very first friends, actually, on Discord and within this environment. Andrew has been always an open, welcoming person, and I'm glad to call you a friend, my friend.
You're gonna make me blush.
I'm hoping, because your coloring is not that great right now. No, I'm just kidding.
It's the lighting and the cold.
Aidan, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, would you?
I'm Aidan. I am the nephew of Brother Ryan and the son of Brother Dan.
You betcha.
Yeah, there's not much to me. I have a spotlight.
No spotlight. No spotlight. Take the spotlight
down. I have read the entire series, like most people watching, I assume. Since this is the spoiler section. But
yep.
So yeah, that's me.
Aidan does do he's into musical theater and performance art in general. He's also a big fan of comic books, and not only The Wheel of Time, but he read The Song of Ice and Fire. He's reading. He's a big reader, actually. He's gotten a little bit into Vonnegut, and yeah, it's fun. I'm glad he's older now. So thank you for being with us, Aidan. My man.
I'm glad to be here.
What's the next performance that you guys are doing?
Tomorrow I start my first rehearsals for a radio play, since with COVID we can't do in-person stuff. So yeah, we're starting a radio play tomorrow.
What do you know what it is?
Electric City Suites.
Electric City Suites. I'm unfamiliar, but I'm excited.
Me neither. I am also unfamiliar.
That's interesting. I was trying to figure out how you guys going to do COVID-friendly thespian work, and I thought maybe you'd just be solo act artists, just like you'd have to go up there and just
Everyone just monologues.
Just monologue the shit out of that.
No, they do. They do radio plays. Their high school does have their own radio station, which is helpful. But it is really well done. They did a Frankenstein. They've also done. They did the was it the Christmas Story?
Carol.
Christmas Carol, and yeah, it's better produced than our show, Ryan. I mean, and I have no complaints about our show, but holy cow, this was a real radio show.
Wait,
it was cool.
Wait, this show is produced?
Apparently.
Who does that?
Rob's not here today.
Oh no, who's driving this bus?
Oh no.
This is like
well, thank you for being here, Aidan. I love you, and I'm glad you're here. Abigail, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Just a little. If too much, and we'll say no more.
Yeah, well, if there's a big obnoxious buzzer, then you've gone over your. No, I'm just. What?
I'll try not to launch an entire podcast episode on the show right in the introduction.
Spin off.
But yeah,
already.
But anyway, I'm Abigail. I run GeekTO Studios, which right now is kind of in between making a lot of regular things. I still have my Etsy store. You can find me on the socials on geektostudios.com and just see like maybe I'm just posting about something I made in the last week for myself. But if I'm able to get something a bit more serious, that would definitely be the place to follow me.
Nice.
To find out if I get, like I consider myself an active member of the community, I've been like helping other people being a guest host on their podcast. I just don't have any content of my own to promote, but like I said, my website would be the place to check out. Okay. If you want to keep track on something like that is coming up at any point in the future.
I promise that within a week, those links will be in the description of the video.
I mean, I'll say it again, geektostudios.com, because all my socials and my Etsy store is there for people to find it.
Beautiful. And we will put it in the description for sure. And you can find it if you're on our Discord at all. We will also have that handy as well. I like the work you do. This is cool.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being on, Abigail. And last but not least, Rainbow. Oh yeah, there we go. There's Abby.
Yeah.
Look at the yarn. Look at
get behind this. Yeah.
Can you imagine how fast it would be to crochet a rug if you had 8 arms? It would take like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Good point. A lot of things could be sped up.
The downside is I'd have to buy 7 more crochet hooks to get them all going at once. But
that's easy. You're right. Rainbow, give us hi. How are you, sweetie? It's good to see.
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm assuming I'm also going to be doing a little introduction here. There's not a whole lot to me. I'm part of the community. I am an avid reader. I've been through the series at least twice. I'm on my 3rd reread, I would say, just about halfway through chapter 14. Yes, I say a boot. Yes, I say a because I am Canadian. And I am the person that has been fiddling around in Photoshop creating some fun and humorous graphics for Way of the Leaf.
Oh, yeah. Can you zoom in again, Ryan?
Can I zoom in? Yes. With permission?
Yep. There we go.
I don't want her to feel highlighted as a Canadian.
Can you zoom in, eh? Okay, bud. If you look at just over that luscious locks of hair, you see some eyebrows and a mustache.
I'm sure she would love to move out of the way for us, but she's doing the best she can.
Oh man, repositioning my camera would suck. So
you're
good. Deal with the angle you got.
You're great. And behind, I also see that you have the. Apparently, it's going around. People want this tree, Ryan. Look at Rainbow's got one right behind over her head.
Yeah, where's the tree, brother Dan?
I got it. Look that.
We can't see the tree. That's not the same as the. That's not the same.
Oh no, that's what I was talking about. That's what Rainbow's got right over her left shoulder there. You see that?
See, I'm not seeing that left shoulder. I'm seeing a big old fern like the old school.
Oh no! Look, just look
painting on the wall
by your ear ball.
All right,
and in her eye holes.
All right, done. No, you're wrong.
Oh,
She wants the old fern, between one fern, we used to call it.
you're right. Okay, I'll get it back. Right now, it still has Christmas lights on it because I like how it makes my room look. But yeah, maybe I'll get it.
Oh, hang on a second, really quickly. It looks like Boli in chat is asking me what Aja I am, and I would have to say I identify as gray.
Okay. Ooh, actually, let's go and let's make sure we don't miss that question for all of our guests.
Okay, go ahead.
Though
Everyone
Tree is
think
right. I am of all of Jaws and of none.
Think about your Ajas. We'll get back to you. Abigail.
Yep.
How are you? Yes, we've introduced everybody. That's true. All right, so Andrew, what is your Aja?
That's a tricky question because I'm in the Black Tower. So for there, of course, I'm in the Bajan Corps, but it's secret. I can't say anything about that. I guess if the White Tower and everybody linked up, probably go with the greens.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, okay. Because you're a party boy. I understand. What's the first rule of Bajan?
Don't talk about Bajan.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's the second rule?
I think they're just a
Refer
big
to the first rule.
I bet Bajan they're just a bunch of cosplaying LARPers.
It's actually just a ripoff of Dijon mustard, which is spicy, but not very spicy.
Bajan sounds like a weird game you would find in Peru where they like are bowling like skull. Yeah.
That involves
Bowling
a lot of
skulls.
very unhappy turtles.
Or they have or Bajan. I think no, that's that game. That's that like polo game in Iran where they play. They're trying to throw an inflated goat into the bucket. You ever seen that game? I think it's called Bajan. No, Bajan. No, I'm thinking of Chinese checkers. I'm sorry. God, so many board games, so many.
That's not the way I play Chinese checkers. Yours sounds far more exciting.
Well, I do want to stand with solidarity with Andrew. Ryan and I are puppet Ashaman.
Asha,
Yes,
Asha puppets. That's what it was. Yeah. So I felt good. I'm waiting for my sword pin any day now. It's supposed to show up. I think
It's in the mail.
there's actually some that are not directly pins, but things that are being made.
Whoa. All right, Asha puppets unite,
things
Ryan.
that are being made.
Let's just say that you two might be the only ones that get some of them outside of the way to get them.
All right, that is all right. Okay.
Ryan, I'm intrigued. I got my Cheeto ear up to the
I'm scared.
my white cheddar Cheeto.
I'm truly scared right now.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. I've sold my soul to the Dark One, and I haven't gotten shit.
He's already got a big
I haven't
beard.
gotten it.
What strike against him?
I want a big beard.
Shit.
I tell Aidan all the time. Why can't I get a big
I
beard?
profiled him the minute I saw him.
What, the big beard? No, I'm down. I'm all right.
You got to
Come
learn
on.
how to channel your spirit the right way.
All
Then
right.
it just-
That was that. Oh shit, we said that out loud, Ryan. I thought we were just
Yeah.
thinking it. Oh, a little finger blast. All right. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. It is my pleasure and my apology right now. Part of having new best friends, and all of you are new best friends right now. In so much that I don't think I wrote a song for you when you were on, Andrew. Correct?
Not that I recall.
Yeah, I don't think so. Andrew was like pre-song when he's old school. But I now write songs for all our new best friends.
We were just hitting rocks together, trying to learn about sound.
Yeah, my beard was only about yay long,
Trying to discover
Half inch
wheels.
It was our children telling me, "Listen, Daddy, that the birds are making these sounds," and then I thought about it.
This is back when Andrew shaved his head in a top knot because someone drunkenly challenged him to.
And then he turned. Yeah. And then
Kind of.
right after he took the K out of it. He's like, top not. No more.
Top notch.
So, a part of our show now is I write you a song, and I'm sorry, but sit back.
Relax.
It's time. All right. I need to lie down to do it, though. I can't do it sitting up. It's a spinal issue.
Very strenuous.
Bifida, I think it is. What is that?
It's tribifida.
Tribifida.
Tripida.
Puppifida.
Okay, so
Yep.
okay. So when I started doing this, I it was only like for one person. There's 5 people. We haven't even introduced Village Mattress, who will be on later. He is part of the song. I'll take out his verse, but this is just one song describing all my emotions and feelings that are going on with each and every guest. Okay, so it's one song, 4 guests now. Okay, you got it?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Do you
Yes.
understand it?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. That car looks bigger than you.
Oh, is it in?
Oh, yep. Yep. You like that? Give you a
There
little
we go.
Whoa.
Look at my
bullseye.
All right. All right. All right. Can you hear this? All right.
Yes.
My heart just jumped from my chest and said bye-bye. It's up now with the clouds and birds that fly. My words have become a breathless sigh. Meet our new best friend. It's Rainbow Sedai.
Yay.
Oh, hell, it never seems to fail. My heart goes weak, my breath gets pale. Oh, shit. She's great with a joke or a Canadian tale. Meet our new best friend. It's Abigail. All right, here it comes. I'm now hyperventilating. I won't survive past this. This is for our friend who's not here. But I'm perfectly cast for this, like a best actor or actress. So I'll sit here, a gasping, wheezing mess. Meet our new best friend. It's Village Mattress. Oh, wait, there's more. Turn the page.
Exactly.
But there's more, oh my body knows not what to do. As we've already learned, my breath is gone and my heart had done flew. But I love this guy and all the Black Tower podcast crew. Meet our new best friend, it's Andrew. But one more. My brain is like black ice on which my skull is skating. My concept of time is warped, convoluted, and fading. Smart as a whip and good looks I'd never trade in. Meet our new best friend, my boy. It's Ryan's nephew, Aidan.
Woohoo! Thank you, Brother Dan. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was glorious. I've never been serenaded so thoroughly and amazingly before.
Well, my body knows not what to do when I come. As we had already learned, my breath is gone and my heart had done flew.
Hey, it's a strenuous activity. We understand.
Oh gosh. So yeah, I'm glad you're all here. We do have one more thing before we get into the book stuff, and actually, we are going to talk Wheel of Time stuff. Surprise, surprise.
30 minutes in.
Eventually, but we're meeting our friends here. So, all right. So we are doing a thing called 5 Quick Questions. So what we'll do is we'll just go. We'll go in order. One person will start anew each question, but we'll just ask you 5 quick questions, and then afterwards we may talk about some of them. So I will start below me. Andrew, are you ready to answer the first of the 5 quick questions?
Yes.
All right, Andrew. Have you ever seen a proper palace?
Yes.
Okay. Abigail, have you ever seen a proper palace?
No.
Okay. How about you, Rainbow?
Well, I wasn't prepared for a pop quiz, but I think maybe Dundurn Castle counts.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yep, I think it does too, because it sounds hard to say. Aidan, have you ever seen a proper palace?
Not in real life, no.
Okay. I will start with you, Abigail. Have you ever eaten anything that you would consider a honey cake?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Did you make it yourself?
Yes, I did. I actually made it based off of Rob's recipe on Malkier Talks.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes!
There you go. Well, good answer.
Man.
How about you, Rainbow? Have you ever eaten anything that you would call a honey cake?
Can't say as I have unless angel cake counts.
Wait. Stop the presses. Abigail, are you sponsored by Rob?
Nope.
All right, just making sure.
I'm just a fan, that's all.
You and me both.
Who isn't?
And you know what, Rob? Get better, man. I hope you're feeling better. You push yourself too hard. You got to sleep a regular schedule, man. All right. So you've never had a honey cake. An angel cake. I mean, honey cake is something that Rand walks in and goes, "Oh, damn, there's honey cakes." It's something that like you are just if you're eating a honey cake.
Yeah,
Bro, there's not a lot of smells going on in the Trivers though. There's like armpit, there's unwashed buttholes.
Unwashed buttholes, yes.
Like honey cakes. That's all we hear about.
It's like the only good smell.
And a horse. Yeah.
I mean, pastry is pretty much my weakness. And baked goods. Any baked goods doesn't really matter. So anything can be a honey cake.
Does Canada have something called a Danish?
Yes, we have Danishes.
So, I mean, why are we calling an entire pastry a name like Danish? I don't understand. Is it from Denmark?
It's just funny to say, like, oh, I ate 5 Danishes the other day.
And you're like,
do you mean people or a treat?
That's how you get away with being a cannibal.
I mean, I just speak Canadian English. I didn't know I was here in order to walk you guys through the root word for the Canadian in context of Danish and pastry. So, like, all right, be better prepared.
I had no idea that Danishes existed. My mom used to eat Danishes, and that's kind of all I ever heard from it. I thought it was just kind of an East Coast thing. I didn't know Canada had it. This is why we do this, guys. Aidan, have you ever had anything that you would consider a honey cake?
No. Sounds really good though.
Right. Well, apparently our friend Rob has a recipe that he does online. We should make it one day.
Did a whole video of it. It's really good.
Andrew, honey cake.
I would say yes, with a southern twist to it, being honey infused cornbread, like honey cornbread.
So what is yes in Southern? Yeehaw?
It's more like yee.
Yep.
Just a yee. If you're really excited,
like,
yee.
Or do you mean like sweet tea where it's like double the honey than what we use up north?
Oh, we don't. If you put honey in your sweet tea, that you're making honey sweet tea.
No, I mean like southern. Sorry, southern like if it's honey soaked cornbread, I mean like twice as much honey as we might use north of you. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, probably.
And okay, so Rainbow, question 3.
Yes.
Have you ever seen an actual thatched roof?
No, and I was thinking about this last time I watched the show, and I was literally walking down the street looking at the roofs going, no, I don't think any of these count.
Aidan, have you ever seen an actual thatched roof?
Yes, I have. I was up north over the summer and I saw a thatched roof and I'm like, Dad, there's one of them. And like was really excited about it when anyone else shouldn't have been.
We did actually drive by it and take pictures too. Okay, so Aidan's seen a thatched roof. It's like a historical, like, I mean, the house is goddamn sweet. But look, yeah. Woo. Woo. All right. Andrew, have you ever seen a thatched roof?
Yes, at a Renaissance fair, they actually built a legit medieval home with a thatched roof.
That works. How about you, Abigail?
Unfortunately, no, unless TV documentaries count, and I don't think they do in this case.
No, they don't. Thank you for asking. TV documentaries, watch it. No.
What about leaked set photos?
All right, Aidan, number 4. Do you have any circus skills? And my definition of circus skills is wide, liberally
Broad.
based. You can say anything that you do
can
special,
you
and that'll
squeeze-
be a circus skill.
Can you squeeze 2 pimples at once?
What? Come on. Let's not make fun
I think
of
you're making fun of me
teenagers.
for being a teenager.
Yeah,
I can do
yeah,
a
that's
cool thing
teenager
with my
jokes.
phone.
What a jerk.
Oh! That's the first time we've... All right, we're...
Okay.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on.
Zoom in. Okay.
What is...
Yeah, okay. Yep. That works. Yeah!
That is the first actual circus skill shown.
That is... Wow.
God, I hope we go viral for the first time.
Wow. I'm trying not to... You're not crying. It's just raining.
How
in
proud of
here.
you? Yeah, you made that.
Now I feel
Kind of.
inadequate.
Andrew, do you have any circus skills?
No, I don't.
Have you ever... Andrew, have you ever been have to face your own progeny besting you in every way?
No, because to my knowledge, I don't have any progeny. So
And we'll just knock on wood.
Hey, buddy.
Is what she said. All right.
Abigail, do you have any skills that you would consider circus worthy?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
So I'm
talk
going
to
to
me.
have to do a demonstration with markers since broomsticks would not generally be a good idea in front of the monitor. But I can do. I'm out of practice with both hands, but I can do.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Or turn it the other way.
see, I saw kids like you at school, and I envied you every time.
Oh no, we're having a circus off.
I started fiddling during a Dungeons and Dragons session, and then one day I was sweeping a parking lot at one of my summer jobs, and I looked at the broomstick and went, "Can I?" And the answer was yes. I can.
Yes,
Hell
Of
yeah.
course you can.
But
The
I am
answer
not doing that
yes!
inside. I have broken things, and I'm not breaking this computer, my microphone. But yeah,
I think that qualifies. Well done, Abigail. Thank you for
The
sharing
answer-
that skill.
Hashtag the answer is yes.
Rainbow,
It's what you want to hear on a Friday night.
Yes.
do you have anything that you would consider a circus worthy skill?
Well, I have the ability to write cursive backwards.
Oh, yes, that
Is that called
counts.
bursive?
Zubkruf.
No, it's reversive.
Reverse.
Well done. Well done.
I got outpunned.
When did you learn that you had this skill?
In high school, when I was passing notes in class, so nobody else could read them.
Oh my gosh, that
Must have
is
felt like
impressive.
the dragon ran when he was first learning about being the dragon reborn.
This is
that's-
like
that's-
this might be the most popular or technically gifted skill set of a panel that we've ever had, Ryan. All these people
Well,
are
I mean, no. At least that they are willing to show on camera.
No,
I
yeah,
got-
exactly.
I have many skills I am not willing to show on camera, my friend.
Like what? Like what? Give me
I-
5.
Hey, Aidan's on.
Give me
Aidan's
12.
here. Aidan's here. I can't. No.
Is it one of them sword form? All right, we'll talk about your sword forms later.
Let's do an in bed sword form.
Oh no! Oh God, gross. All right, last question, and we are going back to you, Andrew, to start. All of y'all walk into a tavern. It is, and you see that there are 3 separate individuals sitting at 3 separate corners of the room, extremely inebriated, wanting to talk and spill their guts about anything and everything that you would ever want to ask. In one corner is Lan, another corner is Tam, and another corner is Asmodean. Who you can only spend 1 hour, and you can only spend it with one person. Who do you choose to sit with, Andrew?
See, last time I answered this, Tam was in it, but I chose him. But Asmodean wasn't, so I'm going to go with Asmodean.
Okay.
Man's got to have a lot of knowledge.
And I'm sorry for repeating quizzes. You're doing great.
I like it. You put different people in it this time.
Okay, cool. Abigail. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah. In this case, I'd have to go for the quote-unquote boring choice and hang out with Lan for the hour, because as much as people might think that he might not be exciting, drunk, or very talkative, being as he is my favorite character and one of the only ones in their given series of my favorites that lives to, the end of the series, which is a rare one for me, then I'd want to see what I could wheedle out of him while he would be so drunk.
It is. I haven't really fired back on people who's like, well, Lan would just be quiet. No, everyone here is loquacious. Everyone here is inebriated and lubricated and just want to tell their backstory. So there is no issue as far as someone just being grim or stone-faced or anything. No, whatever. Within that hour, you can learn whatever the fuck you want, pretty much. So,
yep.
Lan's a good choice too. You can ask about water bonds. You can ask what it feels like when Maureen drinks coffee. Do you get jittery? Yeah, all kinds. All right.
I just want to get that wisdom because he's still older than me at this point in my life. So, wisdom, give it to me.
Yeah. What does it feel to be a baby king? He's like, you know what? I've never shared this, but gosh, duty does feel like a dang mountain. It sucks. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Rainbow.
It's really affected my dad bod.
Well, I'd have to say all 3 of them have a certain amount of wisdom because they're all older. Asmodean has a lot of wisdom because he's super old. However, I would have to agree with Abigail and go with Lan for the simple fact that his stories are going to be super exciting because he's had so many adventures in his lifetime. Mm-hmm. And while Tam has had some adventures, the last 20 years of his life has been farming, so not so entertaining.
Did I ever tell you about that time I got 4 extra sheep in a fold? Oh, damn it. It was a glorious day.
Yeah, exactly. Not the most riveting of conversations.
Oh, great. Cool. I got so much tobacco in the winter of 982. Oh.
Yeah, and then Asmodean's been in a boar for 2,000 years, so he would be a boar.
Yeah, but then before that, he lived in a time you have no record of, so with things that blew your mind.
And he's the only true dark friend there, so that's interesting conversation to have as well. Aidan, what is your choice?
Well, I would love to see how Lan is drunk. I don't know. I'm going between Tam and Asmodean because I feel like I would have a lot of fun with Tam, but Asmodean is just you could learn so much. So I think if it's just you're sitting there talking, learning from him, I would have to go with the Forsaken.
Yep.
All right, yep. Aidan, nephew Aidan. All right, yes. I'm going to amend this question. Add to that list Brother Dan. Brother Dan is drunk and inebriated and will open up about anything. Will you sit with?
All right, hey guys, thanks for everyone. Thank you for enjoying this quiz. That was awesome. All
right, real quick. So we
are a tornado of bravado.
Well, speaking of tornado, Andrew here has publicly announced that he can spin rifles, and he used to do it in high school. And I remember reading about you, and you got kicked out and tackled by security. It was really violent and really crazy. I hope you got the help you needed.
You got a story about twirling a rifle and security flipping out?
Not the security part, because it was actually sponsored by the school. It was part of JRTC. We had a drill team where you did precision military drill, and they had what they called fancy or creative, where you could actually spin rifles around, throw them in the air, catch them, all that kind of stuff.
So did you ever spin your rifle up, grab your testicles, and go, yeah, like Michael Jackson? And
yes, we did a Michael Jackson move.
I knew it.
We also did one blindfolded, and then the next year they outlawed blindfolds.
Yeah, and then
they outlawed blindfolds. Is it a loaded rifle?
No. These are completely inert. Like the barrels
real
are
bayonet. Several kids lost some limbs. Real bayonets. Yeah. No, I heard that like Michael Jackson like was sponsoring your teams on the sly. It was really scandalous.
Was this Tehran High School?
Guys, we need to change this to 6 questions because Boley has an extra question. Right?
All right, Boley.
Dan, read this and just add a 6th question.
I will. Okay, we'll start with you, Abigail. We'll just go through the realm. What is the first scene which gave you the feels in Wheel of Time?
I think that means
that's a great question, Boley.
Getting sad.
There are a lot of moments I can think of, but like
not
the
when
first
you
one in the Eye of the World, I'm not sure, but I do know that I have heard a broadcast of Martin Kramer and Kate Redding going through Land's backstory in the Eye of the World near one of the last chapters, and I remember having tears of that presentation. What I don't remember if there was a scene before that had a similar reaction, but I know that one in the Eye of the World did.
Yeah, Michael Kramer, man, can sell it too. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. I remember now.
Okay.
There was an event at a convention where Kate Redding decided to read Moiraine tell the story of Manetheren. And in the book, because it's Rand's point of view, Martin Kramer reads it, but because I went to a presentation where Kate Redding was requested to read that scene, I don't think there was a dry eye in the house that day, including me, and that was very early in the Eye of the World.
Wow. Yeah. That is a fantastic scene. That is truly a fantastic scene. That's one, and in fact, on our reread, that's one that still brings you to your knees.
Weep for Manetheren.
Yeah, it starts sing for Manetheren, sing, and then weep for what is lost. Yeah, it's so great. Rainbow, what about you?
Well, I don't particularly remember, getting teary at any point because
You're a robot?
Yes, except no. I'm not really the weepy kind of person.
And a rock feels no pain.
However, one of the sadder scenes that I remember.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. One of the sadder scenes that I remember would be with Tam when he gets stabbed by the Thakandar dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either between, when Rand is like gushing over him in the woods or when he's kind of dying in the inn. And Moraine's like, yep, can't help him.
Right. Or Nynaeve. Yeah, when that exact same part. And in fact, on this reread, that choked me up in our show when Rand's like, but I tried my best. And she's like, I know, sweetie, but I can't do anything. Sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly. Like,
and he's like,
can't help him, he's going to die. What?
Yeah, just utter helplessness. Oh, geez, yeah. Aidan, do you remember your
real quick? And Aidan, as a thespian, I hope you cry when you tell the story.
Yeah, please.
Real tears.
Sell it.
Real
sell
tears.
it.
I want to hear like real tears. Pop them out.
Well, you're gonna be a bit disappointed because I don't remember a part where I got like teary, but I remember probably the first part where I was like, "This is so cool is when they got to Shiner Logoth. I loved being there with my Shunshin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like
Mhm.
a whole other evil that like it felt different from anything I'd read before.
Right.
So, like, this isn't sad feels. This is more like wow feels.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
And
well,
that was a literal crossroads as well. I mean, a literal crossroads. The mist divided the group physically, and that's when we started having Egwin and Perrin by themselves, and the whole group kind of like dividing out was during that crossroads there, and it's just as creepy, horribly creepy, and Matt still like taking a dagger, them following more death, like, oh, okay, yeah, treasure, let's do it. Come on. Who would do that?
Yeah, Matt taking the dagger, which ends up affecting the rest of his life.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. So be careful, Aidan.
Andrew, do you have a specific scene that stands out for you?
Yeah. Shadow Rising, Chapter 10, The Stone Stands, when Rand tries to revive the dead girl. Yeah.
That was the first time you had the feels, or like
The first time I really had the feels. Like, there was plenty of times where I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. But that was the one time where I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what? On my first read, that may have been the first time I felt that as well. I had forgotten about that instance, but damn it. Yeah, I remember that not affected me, but I was empathetic. I was feeling his pain.
Great. Good.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Brother Dan, how about you? What makes you have to wring out your little puppet spongy body?
I would say I think where I felt the first time I felt affected, truly like affected during the first read, was when Egwin got collared. Once they got out of the ways and the betrayal there, I think I had a visceral reaction to that. Yeah, and the fact that she carried that with her for the rest of her time, I empathize with. I'm like, yeah, fuck that, fuck all them. That was not. Yeah, that was probably when I felt true danger.
Yeah.
For the people.
For me, it was when they first took a swing at Ewan Fingar.
When they tried to cuff his ear.
Yeah, just like the first person in Edmonds Field just kind of make him like roll out of the way. I just really felt that.
So that he had that instinctual flinch. People would go to brush their hair, and Ewan's like, don't hit me.
Yeah,
and they're like, I'm just brushing my hair, you little brat. And then they'd hit him.
Yeah.
So great.
No, for me, it was when Rand was bringing his dad on his makeshift gurney from his home to Emmonsfield. That was on reread really touching for me. I don't remember what it was like on the first read, to be honest. Probably that. I mean, I definitely remember that specific scene that Andrew brought up, like very much so. But I think and this reread, yeah. But I've been crying all over the fucking place, like after it, bro. I'm in my 40s, I'm crying all the time. I'm having like midlife crises. It's all over. I'm all over the place. It's great.
It's just watering your mustache.
Oh man, now I feel heartless.
Well, yeah.
Is that how it grew to be so just impressive?
Well, I drink a lot of cheesy milks, and it's really important to.
I'm sorry. Can you find cheesy milk?
I don't think I want to.
Nope.
I was thinking, is it like a Saved by the Bell milk?
No, it's more comes from the human body. We're not going to go there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll cry at the drop of a hat at anything, like this sob story, that sob story. This isn't quite that sad, but oh no, the implications, tears. It's not hard to make me cry in a story.
Yeah, me too. I get sucked in. Bill V says one of his biggest was when Hopper.
He
Yeah.
says Hopper
The
2,
second
which is like
time.
the second death, yeah.
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 Yeah, Perrin returning, that was... For me,
Ooh,
that was
yeah.
probably like the biggest one, excluding Memory of Light.
See, my issue with that is that we didn't get to meet Perrin's family, really. And so it was just names on a page. He lived with Master Luhan. So
Pretty much,
I didn't feel the same association when Perrin lost his family. I'm like, well, it certainly sucks. I mean, I'm not diminishing that, but I didn't feel the emotional impact.
If Andrew's parents died, just because we haven't met them doesn't mean I can't feel sad for him.
No, if they're not on the screen, then I don't care. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's probably something I'd say is if you're like, oh, I'm so sad about it, be like, why? You don't even know them.
Right.
I know what you're doing. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't know them. Like, that's what makes it sad, because you know them. There's an attachment to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jake says Swain dying.
Swan. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. At the end. Yeah. Yeah.
You say Swan, I say Swain.
I will say that I felt it a little jarring when we heard that Bella died as well. I was like, oh shit!
I did not see that coming.
Brother Dan.
You threw that in, huh?
Who did you say died?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it was that horse name.
Bella!
Oh man, it's a good thing you had a good offensive line that was blocking the rush, because you had it going. Good job.
Well, thankfully that was rectified in this little book. So
right, apparently.
Spoiler!
Apparently, nope, didn't happen. Bella actually went off to a farm in the Two Rivers and is
All right,
prancing to this day.
And let's just point out, true to character, Tree says, for me, it was when the Green Man died. Yes, when an actual plant being dies, Tree Hugger cries.
I gotta say, I get somewhat emotional every time Loial stops and sings to a tree. I relish in the chills that I get.
All right, guys, I just want to point out that Jake won the Bella contest.
That wins,
with at least 50 A's. Bill V came in a close second. Tree had several capital A's, which does multiply, but no.
Yeah, what's the ratio?
Scott had just a measly little Bella.
Quite a few exclamation points.
Yeah, but Jake D really came in strong with the Bella.
But there was
Jake
not one exclamation point. I guess yours does.
He ran out of air.
Bully. Yeah, came in. Thank you.
Right.
That's a consolation prize. A for effort, Bully.
There we go. I'm. You guys are on the ball more than I am. So here's the. I guess we've spent like the last hour just hanging and doing introductions and stuff. I say we just take a little break and jump into the chapters. We want to try and let everyone go and enjoy the Dusty Wheel. We know that they're doing stuff in like an hour or so. So let's go ahead and we'll jump into the chapters as soon as let's get the music going. We'll get Floaty in here, and then we'll ask a couple questions about the chapters, and then try and have everyone off to the Dusty Wheel, I guess.
All right, here comes. So this is my friend Jeff and his group. He calls himself Tavern. Let's take a 10-minute break. Well done, brother Dan. You are like a professional MC right now.
Hey, all you cool cats and lady fats. Oh Jesus, what did I just say?
What did you just?
I am offended.
You should be. All right, everyone, let's mute our mics.
Comedy's hard.
And we are back at the exact 10-minute mark. Oh! Someone popped up.
Look at me.
Look at you. Are we ready for this, Dan?
I am ready. You ready for this, Ryan?
This is our brand new segment that we've been developing.
We got a friend. Yeah, we got a friend.
We got a friend.
We got a friend who is a voracious reader of this series. He has a segment on with us after our break. Guys, I don't like to brag. I don't mean to gloat. But here's our friend. It's time to float.
All right, here he is. Welcome.
Wait.
Shh. He's reading. Okay.
What does that sound?
The cat.
Okay.
You're gonna get down.
Okay, get up, get
Hello,
get down.
Flo.
Hi.
I was
It's
getting
good to
worried
see
there.
I was eating dinner, and then I was washing my hands, get the grease off, you know.
Oh, good job. Yeah.
And I'm still eating dinner.
What are you having?
Sonic.
What'd you get? A burger?
Yeah.
So Sonic is where they come out to you, right? You park in the little thing, and they come on out. Do they still do that during this COVID time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the side note is, after everything that happened this last week, they A, don't have ice, and B, the soda machine is not working.
Oh no!
I
no
know.
ice and no soda.
Yep. So I'm having to live off of lemonade for tonight.
Blah. Oh well, lemonade it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. You know what? You persevere, Floaty. When life throws challenges at you, you just sidestep them.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. So we are talking. Well, in theory, we haven't quite gotten there yet, but we're talking about chapters 13, 14, 15 of The Great Hunt. These chapters, two of them are when Rand and Huron and Loial discover that they wake up and all their friends are gone and they're in some phantom world. The middle chapter is a parent chapter where he communicates with wolves, learns his name, and Varen shows up. So talk to me. What do your notes say about chapter 13, Floaty?
Okay, so I have a quote to start off with. And it
Let's turn
says,
the music down a little.
and he remembered the room in the village in the light he had reached to escape. If that was the male half of the true source, no, it can't be. But what if it is? Light. I was wondering whether to run or not, and all the time it's right inside my head. Maybe I brought us here. And then I was just like, maybe the room, Rand, the horn going missing, the dagger, might have all had a play in how they got there.
So how do you think they got there? Break it down for me.
So when he went into the house with the flies.
Correct.
And then they lost the dagger, the horn, and then they fell asleep by a rock. So I'm thinking at that point that all of it has some impact to get him there somehow.
Okay.
And not just, he activated the thingy somehow.
Do you think he did? Or do you think, because he tries to channel them back and it does not work for him? In fact,
I honestly believe he did.
Shatters.
I honestly believe he did without even knowing it.
Okay. And what do you think this world is?
When I was first reading it, I had absolutely no idea. But now, after reading it, I'm like, okay, they're in some alternate reality in the mirror world. And I was like, what the living hell?
What the yep?
Right. I think Loial says it's the world of ifs in the land of what may be, or some shit like that.
Yo.
Yeah. All right. So So he's still able to follow the trail, though.
Right.
What do you think is happening there?
With the trail?
Yeah, why is Huron still able to sniff it if they're in an alternate reality?
Me see if I may have that in another chapter. So I will see.
Okay, no, it's okay. Yeah. While you're looking, when you get to chapter 14,
okay.
Perrin is Rand and his friend.
What was the other question? I'll just improvise because I don't want to take time to find it.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, we'll just move on to Perrin because I want to talk about Perrin actually.
Okay.
Perrin
and then I had a prediction you probably want to hear.
Yeah. Tell us your notes on chapter 13.
So I have 2. I decided to read to y'all. and it says, I believe everything from the house, the horn disappearing, and the portal stone all had something to do with their disappearances, as well as I think Baron knows more than she's telling them regarding Rand and Moraine's disappearance. I think Baron has something to do with their disappearances and was part of the reason they disappeared and knows where they went. I also think in the alternate reality, aka the mirror world, all have a role to play to get them back to their normal world.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so Varen rides up and is pretty shocked to find that Rand is not there.
Yup.
Do you think that she was just faking it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
And then I picked one out specifically for Andrew.
Oh, there we go, Drew.
Bring it on. Let me hear.
It says, when I think about it, all of the Dark One's creatures and darkly colored. Is this a symbolic meaning to the taint being everywhere? Or everywhere they are, or the fact it's everywhere? Or is this just a coincidence?
It's an interesting theory.
That is an interesting theory.
Very well worded. I like that theory.
Thank you.
So, Andrew, is your taint black? Is what he's asking you.
He's asking, do you wear dark clothes because you're a dark taint?
It depends.
That's exactly the question.
Do we just have Taco Bell here at the tavern, or
I wear black on the outside because black is how I feel on the inside.
Because black is how my taint is on
the inside.
That just brought me back to
wonderful.
High school.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you recognized that.
Wonderful.
The Smiths, baby.
All right, guys, we only have 45 minutes left. Let's everyone in the chat. Text your uncle, text your grandparents, text your friends. Let's tweet this out. Maybe let's get some people into this chat. This is fun. We're having fun, right? We're having fun, right? We're having fun.
So you think that Varen? All right. So you have alternate thoughts about Varen. So so Perrin shares the fact that he is talking to Wolves with Ingtar,
right?
And Ingtar's like, okay, I've heard of that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna call you a sniffer, but don't tell anyone. But but I know.
Right.
Any thoughts about what happened there? Like that conversation
about the trail? You mean?
Well, Perrin deciding to share the fact that he's actually talking to wolves. He hasn't even told Matt.
Oh. At that point, I was like, he's kind of crazy.
Yeah. He was being vulnerable. He was opening stuff up where he normally does.
Yeah.
All right, so the chapter 15.
I had a few quotes from 14.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one says, the invisible flesh and bitter blood would burn the tongue, but they must be killed. Kill them. Kill the twisted ones. Their fury infected him. His lips peeled back in a snarl, and he took a step to join them, run with them in the hunt, in the killing. And then I also had one to compliment that, which was bodies, men and women and children heaved and tumbled about, blood-soaked earth, churned by hooves, in frenzied attempts to escape, torn flesh, head severed, vultures flapping, their white wings stained red, bloody, featherless heads tearing and gorging. He broke loose before his stomach emptied itself.
Gruesome. So
I'm not done.
About that?
I have one more to go with that same thing.
Oh, keep going.
This says, above some trees in the far distance, he could just make out black specks whirling low, dropping their rising again. Vultures fighting over their meal. There's something bad up here. So what were you saying?
No, so go ahead and connect those. So those 3 quotes as far as, so what stood out for you with that? Why did you isolate those?
Just basically the fact that how it went into so much detail about what Fane is doing, it just was there and stood out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And indeed. You can just tell it was anyway. You could just tell it was he did it on purpose for them to find.
Right,
because
and we do hear that later.
He's the crazy ass.
Yeah, and we do hear that later where Fane, we get into his mind. We get Fane's point of view for the first time. And it's kind of gruesome and hideous.
Yo.
Yeah.
And then so 15.
And we also, and the wolves, Fane smells even worse than Trollocs and Fades in their head.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. So yeah, chapter 15, we go back to Rand. More or less, it all boils down to this dream that Rand has with Bosman.
Yo.
Do you think that that's a dream? He doesn't remember going to sleep.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay. And so Balsamon comes in and starts talking to him. What do your notes say?
For 15?
Yeah.
So, first of all, I'm not going to read the quote to you since it's so long, unless you want me to take the time to read it.
No. Just what part are you talking about?
The part that talks about the blackened sand burned, everything is scorched.
Right. So there's all these burnt marks, sometimes a mile wide and sometimes a couple hundred yards. So what do you think that those are?
Like, after reading it, at first I was like, what the hell? I don't even understand. And then after the fact, I realized, oh, it's the alternate perspective of if the Trollocs won the war.
Okay.
And then that also complements itself when they find this statue that has a raven instead of a hawk.
Right. And that is in the next chapter. We haven't gotten to that on our show, but yeah, you're right. He does find, they think, Arthur Hawkwing, and Loial's like, I don't think, he's like, come on, jerk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right ahead. And he's
pretty
like,
much.
This ain't right. Right. Yeah, those are pretty good chapters. What point of view did you like the best? Did you like Rand's chapters or did you like
Yes.
Which one did you like better?
Rand. And then, how are we on time?
We're wrapping up. So go ahead. Yeah, whatever.
Doing great. Last any predictions we missed?
Skip to the predictions if you would prefer that.
Predictions.
Perfect.
So I have 2.
Okay.
When Rand was with Balsamon, I believe it could have been him, and not a dream or whatever, like he hoped it was, because I've learned in the mirror world, nothing is as it seems, even when it looks like it's not real.
So they can actually, but do you think Balsamon was real?
To some extent.
Well, either you're real or you're not, right?
We'll go on the real side.
Okay. So he really walked through the fog and stood there?
Yep.
No, on the real side.
And Rand does get that heron branded into his hand, and that is a real lingering memory of that quote-unquote dream.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your other one? Yeah. What were you going to say, Dan?
I was going to say, what's your other prediction?
Okay. The other one says, I believe the way they'll leave the mirror world will be via a way gate when I first read it, but then I later realized I was wrong. Despite how bad of a reputation they have, and will go find their way back in the real world somehow, or some sort of looking glass perhaps that might connect the two worlds together as another potential option. And later I realized that never happened.
Well, they are still stuck. Do you think that Dark Friends are actually in that world as well?
No.
So they're there all by themselves?
Yo.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Good job, Floaty.
Thank you.
Do you see the comment I posted right up there?
Which one?
It says, I love Floaty predictions. That's from
I agree, Morgan.
Morgan from Podcast of the Dragon.
Well, okay, Floaty, I see them now.
Floaty now has
DK Moon says Floaty is lots of fun.
Yes, my man. So Floaty actually has a blog going on now where he is detailing each and every chapter, giving his thoughts, his predictions. Do you have your website? Where can we find that, Floaty?
I have the URL. I can find it real fast.
I guarantee. I guarantee we'll put that.
We'll put it in the link. Yeah,
within 1 week of this.
Okay.
Broadcast.
I can find it within like a few minutes.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We'll put it.
It's all good. Yeah, we have it right this second. Yeah,
send it to me in Discord. KK says, yes, Floaty. I love hearing the way you present your ideas. Very poetic.
Very poetic.
Done, Float. Good job, my friend.
Thank you.
Floaty, we'll see you next week, my man.
Okay.
You're the best.
Did any of y'all have questions for me?
We will put it in the Discord channel.
Okay.
We have it in our Discord. We have a Floaty's thoughts. We can all communicate with Floaty right through there as well. So awesome. Thanks for being on, my man. Sorry we got to rush.
All right. Okay. See you later, buddy.
Bye.
Float away.
Bye, Floaty.
All right.
So no Village Mattress yet, huh? Gosh.
Not yet. Let me check Discord and see if he's messaged me. Good. Thanks for the reminder.
I just put some knuckles in a toaster so I can make him a toasted knuckle sandwich. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, man. This is going to let's actually.
This is really violent for the way of the leaf here, buddy.
It's 2021. We've been in pandemic too long.
It's almost like they've been corrupted from some outside source.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's a dagger somewhere around here or some Dark Asha man or something.
At least now we know what it looks like. So.
They're turning to the way of Aidan instead.
Hey, I'm all about the Ashaman. I love Jamaican music.
So we did. So this is the chapter where Rand, Loial, and Huron do teleport into this mirror world. This mirror world to me is a bit confusing. I don't know. I mean, and they do bypass it once traveling becomes a thing. There's no need to use this portal stone kind of thing, but I mean, what are your thoughts? I guess let me start with you, Abigail. What are your thoughts about like the portal stones in general? I guess maybe the historical uses or the current day. Why did they not sustain? Why did they become obsolete and become ground down to nubs that you can just sleep next to a rock? Talk to me about the portal stones in your mind.
Well,
tell me about the portal stones in your mind.
Yeah, tell me about the portal stones.
I don't have enough notes on the portal stones in my mind, but the portal stones in Randland. I seem to remember an anecdote. It might be from either the Great Hunt or the Dragon Reborn Flicker, where there's an impression that it had all 7 colors of the Aja, but it was older than possibly the White Tower. Which makes me think that it's the same idea that the White Tower got the colors of the Aja from, but it's been so long, even they don't know where that came from. And the portal stones, I mean, like they wore down because they're stone. Even stone doesn't last forever.
Right, but why wouldn't they have been maintained? Why wouldn't this be something that? I mean, was this just lost in the wars that suddenly, oh, we're novices, we don't know about portal stones, blah, and it just never happened?
It would make sense there'd be some kind of documentation, especially right after they were made, either during the Age of Legends or before. But so much was lost. Like, who knows how many libraries there's no trace of from the Age of Legends after the breaking that are just gone. And then people forgot generation to generation without writing things down until the current age.
We do have the that you to your point earlier that the portal stones do have all 7 colors of the Ajas that Rand recognizes. Was this Rainbow? Do you think that this was an organic part of its creation, or was it put on later, or what are we dealing with here? The White Tower was a consolidation of the Aes Sedai, and the Ajas came as a result of that. Then the portal stones came, and then they had the Ajas on there, or was it somehow? I'm kind of confused about why we have colors on the portal stones.
The colors on the portal stones are going to be mystery because if I remember correctly, they say that the portal stones were ancient in the time of the Age of Legends. So like that, those came about way before the Aes Sedai were even a thing. And before the White Tower formed, obviously, because that didn't form until like 500 years after the breaking.
Does it come before Sambui?
Is it around Sambui's time?
It's almost the same age, yes.
He's at least 20 years older than the portal stones. That's a given.
Yeah.
I went to the portal stones christening.
Yeah, but my thoughts on the mirror world that they went to, the one specifically that Rand and Huron and Loial wind up in is I believe that they say it's a possibility world, obviously. So because we see the Grom and we see the scorch marks on the ground, I think that what this is actually a reality where the Shan-Chan take over everywhere.
Oh, shit. So could they have died?
Who?
Like, Rand. Could Rand have, like, if he didn't shoot that Groms, could he have died in this world? Like,
I would imagine, yes.
Okay. So, wow. Okay.
Hold on. So you think that all right. So in the chapters that we've read, there's not any sign of life. There's no flies. There's no tadpoles. There's no mosquitoes. There ain't shit. So to me, the Grom was all created by Selene, and she would have just kept the wave coming. It's like a zombie game or something where she just went ahead and kept coming. I didn't think that they actually were from there.
That's the way I took it, is the Grom did exist there. The anomaly of like other minuscule critters not being around is simply explained by they're just not within the vicinity.
Okay. I'm right on.
Hey, Andrew. Question. So if this is a mirror world of a possible reality, when Rand pops into this world, are there currently 2 Rands in this world?
How spoilery are we able to
full spoilers. Yeah, so
right.
This is So go there.
Given the nature of the pattern of that stuff, we know that every physical thing that exists has a thread in the pattern. And through the portal stones, we know that there exists multiple different versions of the world. And I believe that this is a world that is, if not the closest parallel to the world that we read in, it's one of like the top 5 closest. And in this world, Shaitan has won. He has won the battle. He has eradicated life. And the only reason the world still exists is because by virtue of its nature and the pattern, it has to physically exist as a world until the Wheel of Time is actually destroyed. So in this world, whether it's by defeating Rand or whoever's the Dragon Reborn in this world, or that individual turning to the shadow, he has won. And I think because of that, it no longer exists, because the Dark One has been shown to only keep things around as much as he can use them and manipulate them. And when there's no use, they're gone. Or if he just doesn't care about them.
Do you mind if I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah.
Okay, just really quickly, I do believe there is a section, don't ask me where to find it, where it's actually stated that if the Dark One were to win in one world, it would end time in all worlds. Because the Dark One, there isn't a version of the Dark One in each world. It's one Dark One across all, just like the creators across all. So if he wins in one world, he wins in all of them.
That comes up.
The Dark One exists outside of space-time, so he doesn't exist in any world.
Well, Balsmon says it in this chapter, actually. He says to Rand, this time you will not come back.
I was there from the beginning, he says.
Well, yeah, he's just talking about being reborn, right? So he's reborn constantly, but
yeah. So what's the distinction? So Andrew and Rainbow are saying two distinctly different things. What's the distinction between your two arguments? What am I missing here?
And he's saying that in this alternate universe, the Dark One wins. But if the Dark One were to win in that alternate universe, he'd win in all universes simultaneously. Because as soon as he breaks free, he breaks the wheel. Therefore, nothing continues. No dimensions whatsoever.
And my counter for that, my response, I don't want to say counter because I'm not just trying to counter your theory.
No, but go, yeah.
Would be
for it.
That
very respectfully, though.
Because the Dark One and the Creator necessarily, by nature of who they are, exists outside of space and time, as space and time is defined by the pattern, then it means that if a world exists where the Dark One wins, and he breaks free of his prison and isn't restricted in that world, mirror world of the pattern, but another one exists where he is not free and is blocked in the pattern, then he's not fully free. He's free in one world where he has unreached over that mirror world, but in the other world he doesn't. So he needs to be free in all worlds to be able to reach and touch and destroy the Wheel of Time. So if he's locked in one, then he can never be fully unlocked in the perception of any other world. So that means that in the scope of him existing outside of space-time, his seal is still, at least at one point, still there. And combine that with the counter of the Creator wanting to keep creation alive, then he just wouldn't have the full access to power he needs to destroy the wheel.
But then you'd have to question why this one dimension that we're focused on in the book, there's this huge concern that if he gets free, he's going to break the wheel. That's only one dimension.
Yeah, because most of them are going to think, oh, what if we're the last line? Well, most of the people don't even know about the mirror worlds because the portal stones are a long forgotten technology that have been antiquated by the technology of traveling, which by now has been forgotten. So we found traveling. We don't care about the portal stones anymore because I don't have to walk to a stone to fast travel somewhere. Now I can just do it from here. And so we don't keep records on it anymore because it's antiquated. We don't need it anymore. And now that traveling's been forgotten, then they're no longer antiquated. Now they're just relics of ages past or ages to come.
So if this is the land where the Dark One is won, then Balsamon is truly there in the flesh, and all the Forsaken can just walk around there, in theory?
Whichever ones are still alive is right. Whenever I say that he only keeps things around as much as he needs them, then does he really need the Chosen in this world? Are they even still there? Or is this Balsamon going? Because I don't believe that Rand accidentally brought him through the Portal Stone. I think it was all Lanfear.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, really?
I think Lanfear brought them into this mirror world to fast travel them to the Horn and to have some alone time to try to go ahead and reclaim her lost lover boy. And Rand
kind of slipping into the void in his sleep was just kind of a red herring.
I'm not. He might have done it, but I think that it was Lanfear that ultimately activated the Portal Stone and pulled them in. Because why else, whenever they first get in, is he just unable to channel? And then suddenly, when Celine's there, she's like, yeah, let's go back. Suddenly, he can channel and bring them back.
Do you guys think Celine was a bad mentor for Rand?
Yeah, she's Lanfear.
Well, no, but think of what she does. She does encourage him to embrace his power. He is fighting this the whole time. He does become more autonomous and embracing of what he is able to do as a result of hanging out with her during that time. Sure, she is Lanfear, but she also has a vested interest somewhat in his survival.
What does nephew Aidan think?
What do you think, nephew, son?
I think that I would be better suited to answer another question because I haven't read the series in 3 years, and
that's fine.
All right,
Celine is
get back
not
to you.
in the 3 chapters that I read preparing for this.
We will get back to you.
We'll get back to you.
All right, so the difference of opinion is that we have 2 varying realities. One is that we are in a world where the Dark One won, and Rainbow says that's not possible because if the Dark One won, then all realities would have been nullified.
And that may be canon. I'm not sure, but that may be
so
canon.
Rainbow's argument basically like hinges on that argument, which if that's true, then yeah, I guess Andrew's argument is, not true. But so if Andrew's argument is not true, what do you say, Rainbow, is happening? What is your way to explain what just happened? Where are they?
Yeah, no life, no anything.
Well, as I said, I thought that it was a world where the Sanshan took over.
And they just but I thought the Sanshan, when they take over, they just kind of like let people live their lives as long as they just like obey certain very simple principles, and then they can why would all life be dead if the Sanshan took over?
Well, again, we're just looking at one specific space of this entire dimension, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have plots of land in our world that are completely uninhabited. I mean, look at Canada, for example.
Right, but there's still flies and mosquitoes. There's still tadpoles. So that's actually where I'm starting to latch on to Andrew's argument is the fact that there is nothing. There's nothing. There's no mosquitoes, no tadpoles, no. I mean, even in Canada, you go through the woods, there's gonna get a tick on your neck or some shit like that. I mean, there's nothing there.
From the Flickr images we get, the infamous, Michael Kramer flicker, mm-hmm. where Rand progressively hears over and over and over again, I've won again, lose there, and I've won again, lose there, and I've won again, lose there. And so those are areas where the Dark One has won. So if the Dark One has won, did he just not win a complete victory and he's still partially sealed an imperfect bore? Or did he actually win in those worlds and it's something close to or related to kind of what I've said?
So is there a difference between the mirror world and the multiple thread possibility world?
Right. To that point, I don't think the dragon is ever lost.
Yeah, no, I think the flicker is other lives, not other dimensions.
That's a fair
I considered the flicker to be like the 3 rings in Rudion, where you see various different iterations of your own life and different choices. It's just the flicker was affecting an entire troop of people and Matt and Varen and Rand, without being like a true dimension where the Dark One won at some point, because that would have unleashed it would have gone a bad way if those were real.
So I can actually go ahead and concede entirely that way to Rainbow that whichever way.
There you go.
Rainbow, you are right, because from the words
Andrew can't point anymore.
From the words of Robert Jordan himself,
dizzy.
There have been times where the Champion of the Light or the Dragon has gone over to the other side, but it's a game that you can only lose once. That you can come to a draw or you can win, but if you lose once, then you're done. So it seems that from the author himself, though I'm not going to argue with the author, but if I was able to, I would try to argue the metaphysics of the existence of the Dark One and all that. But
I don't remember the source, but I think I know what quote you're talking about, where someone said it was either Ishmael or Balsamon told either Rand or lose, but the dragon has gone to the dark side before, blah, blah, blah. And so what about those worlds? Why didn't those unleash the Dark One in previous iterations of the dragon? And Robert Jordan's response was, and you would believe Ishmael, the betrayer, pope, and father of lies? And maybe he was just saying that to fuck with whichever Luz or Rand that he was talking to.
Right. But what I'm referring to,
Crossroads of Twilight signing report on January 16th of 2003.
Yeah, but what I'm referring to is actually something that characters state in the book. I think it's one of the Aes Sedai. I don't remember if it's Moiraine or Varen or Swan or whatever, but one of them actually state that and based on knowledge of the alternate worlds or whatever, not necessarily the portal stones, but the alternate worlds, is that if the Dark One wins in one world, he wins ultimately.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that, I wonder if that's an unreliable narrator type situation, because to Andrew's point, it does seem that there are other lives in which a channeling Rand does not embrace being the dragon in his flicker. Ryan and I hold the thought, and I'll speak for you, Ryan, if I'm wrong, please correct me, that that Rand did not have any choice in the matters that he took in his life leading up to the last battle, and including him deciding to let the Dark One live.
That's where you and I disagree, bro.
Okay, I think that the way the wheel turns, the dragon at this age has always had that choice and has always let the Dark One live. Ryan, I guess, differs from that. But I don't see Tavern plus a dragon equals no choice in your life whatsoever.
Yeah, I would kind of side closer with Ryan, except for the caveat that we only have the history of Lucer and Telebon. We only have the history of Kinslayer. And we know Kinslayer did not have the opportunity or option to kill the Dark One. So he created a one-sided, using Sidene only, bore on the Dark One's prison, which may have been a saving grace for all the Aes Sedai, or female Aes Sedai, because that meant that no part of Sidar, was touching the Dark One at the time. So that's probably why Sidar is still clean and nice.
Which we can also agree may also happen at the end of every second age. This wheel has turned several times. I mean, so we have reoccurring things that, and we are apparently in the first age and all that kind of, storyline. But the third age has happened over and over again. Ismail has said this over and over again. However, I think that what happens in each age is kind of, it's a wheel. It just keeps going. So at every first stage, someone is going to go to the moon. Didn't Robert Jordan say that?
There are so many hints that this one is different. Even in these chapters, he says the Dark One's going to win and you will not be reborn this time. Something is different about this particular story. And that's what I believe is like when Rand was able to pull him into the pattern, I believe that's when everything was instrumentally different than it ever had happened. And that's when I believe he made the first kind of real free will choice, which was to continue to allow for a predetermined world to continue, which is amazing. That's why he became a god, and he said, yes, I will allow for this predetermined world to continue to happen. And that's what I think happened when he pulled the Dark One into the pattern.
What does Aidan think?
Yeah, Aidan, you remember the last book where Rand had the decision to, in theory, and destroy the Dark One. And he said, no, balance is the essence of life. And do you think that this has happened before in this age or this wheel turning? And what are your thoughts?
I don't really think it matters if it did happen because I don't think he had a choice. I think it had the appearance of a choice, but he chose the light. So he was a good person. He saw that the people without a Dark One weren't people. They were mindless drones living in La La Land, going about their lives. And his morality, how he was raised, how Tam brought him up, couldn't allow people to, I don't even want to say live, to exist like that. So I honestly don't think he had a choice based on how he was. So it doesn't matter because even if it did, there couldn't have been other outcomes.
Dana Lou is reminding us that Balsman is a liar.
He is the betrayer of hope. I had some hope, but yeah, he took it.
and Scott says, yes, Ballsy is a liar. He tells truths or half truths, but not everything he says is actual truth. There is the unreliable narrator issue going on, for sure.
So let's slip into Perrin here. So
hey.
Let's slip into Perrin.
I'm
gonna wear my wolf skin.
Is he
Let's put on our
consenting?
wolf pup shoes.
Did he consent, Brother Dan?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Ecstatically?
eventually. No, he takes his time. He takes his time. Had to warm him up, but yeah. There he goes. Ryan does that sometimes. So let's slip into Perrin then. So we have evidence of several different alternate worlds as of this point. We have the ways. We have wherever Rand went to when he battled in the Eye of the World. We have these portal stones now, and we have this wolf thing. We also have men who I would equate Perrin's shit to like kind of men in which they don't have any affiliation with the one power per se, but they certainly are they exist outside of that realm. Like sniffers too. We're getting all kinds of weird stuff in this world now. We have men with their visions. We have someone who's a wolf brother who can talk to wolves. This is the first time that Perrin actually reached out to a random wolf pack and had to kind of go through the introductions of how do you do? How do you do? Yes. Okay. Hi, Smoke. Hi, Two Deer. Hi. I'm this guy. And they're like, oh, Young Bull. Yeah, we know of you. Their association with him includes him tearing apart White Cloaks. That's part of his name, is him killing White Cloaks. Perrin is a violent freaking dude in regards to the wolf community, and he's thinking about wanting to go with them. What do we think about like this wolf communication? Does it have anything to do with this extra thing outside of the one power, like sniffing or like men's visions? What do we think about this wolf brother shit? Is this just a reaction to Tavern-ness?
No, because
Abigail. Go ahead, Aidan.
Because Elias isn't Tavern that we know of, I believe,
correct,
unless I'm mistaken, and he is still a wolf brother, so it can't be as a result of that. This is just like an idea that came. It has no like premeditated thoughts. Maybe it's because the Wolf Brothers threads of the pattern got somehow interwoven with the threads of the wolves, so they are more in tune with them and can mentally telekinetic communicate with them and have these abilities. Something I also wonder is if that goes hand in hand with the wolf dream, and as such, if it can lead to further things, like if it further develops into something like sniffing, but like new.
Right. So could that wolf ability eventually turn into more or less seeing men visions based on wolf ability? Are they? Is there any connection there? Do you see any connection, Abigail?
I know with the wolf dream that visions could become a thing just because of between Egwene and Perrin getting visions in dreams, but Perrin doesn't get as much guidance as even Elias or Egwene does with trying to use dreams in that kind of way. But I still think that sniffing is separate from the wolf dream, just because of the way it works. Following a trail of violence, like the memory of the violence is following the person around. I don't think they're connected, but now I don't think the Wolf Brothers, because Tavern came exist because my sentence is falling apart, but
that's okay.
Like Elias isn't Tavern, like you said, and yet he's a Wolf Brother. And it was either Elias or someone else that mentioned that running with the wolves was something from a very, very long time ago. Come again, it might have actually been a wolf mentioning that and not counting the years because wolves don't think that way. But I still think that a lot of these abilities coming up, even in a general populace like Min, like Swan being able to see Tavern, and a few other Aes Sedai and novices can see Tavern as well, is just the pattern the age lace is trying to line up so that this world has everything it needs in order to get to something after the last battle. So Wolf Brothers coming back, Min's visions, Huron being a sniffer, other people being a sniffer. What is his name in Tyr?
Julian?
Yeah, Julian Sander being a sniffer. Like these gifts coming back in some case, and there might have been some things that are like, that turned an Aes Sedai head of I've never heard of that before. Whereas other things are what's old is new again, is just the age lace pulling everyone into something that can shape into a force that could win the last battle.
Wait, did you say age lace?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they call it in the books.
And Rand and Perrin and Matt are like the tension points pulling the age lace forward, but everyone alive in that world is part of that age lace.
So, okay, so Andrew, let me...
real quick, does everyone alive in that world have free will? Like, can you be a part of the age lace and have free will? Seriously,
Everybody is a part of the age lace.
Partial free will.
It's a matter of maybe free will is on a spectrum because people cannot choose if they're given some of these gifts or talents. They can't choose if they have the spark or not. They're born with it or they're not. But they can choose how they deal with it. Like with Perrin choosing to straddle the line between man and wolf the way he does, and the way Gnome goes all in to being the wolf. Like neither of them chose that they were Wolf Brothers, but they did chose what they did with it.
I mean, what I find most interesting about the wolf stuff is that it seems that this way of communication is an inherent capacity of the wolves. That this is how they communicate, this is how they talk. It's all telepathic through the communication of sense and imagery. So you have that interesting fact, and then you have when we find out that what to Perrin and Hopper and the wolves, assumably, is considered the wolf dream for us is Teleron Riad. It's an area where they can do whatever they want. They can soar as high as they want. That kind of stuff. That
you can be dead and still be there.
So it makes it interesting. What is it about wolves to where they have this assumably unique telepathic ability with each other, and that their death isn't like for us like a heaven or hell? It's a waking or going into the wolf dream or waking from the dream. Well, no, because the IL are like wake from the dream, but the wolves they go into the wolf dream. That's Teleron Riad, and every time I say that now, I almost say Talkaron Riad.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I choose to believe that there are equal worlds for all species, and Perrin just happens to be tapping into the wolves, but there's a whole there's a chipmunk world. There's a snake.
That's why Matt's able to rip badgers. Because he taps into him.
I have to disagree with that.
That's a crazy. Brother Dan, you sound insane.
Yeah,
rip badgers from the dead. Yeah.
Up until now is normal. You just sounded insane.
Matt ripping badgers from a den to set loose on the green.
Was it Rainbow or Abigail was saying something?
It was Rainbow.
It was me. I was saying I disagree with there being an idea of a different world per critter, because if you read into the storyline, the wolf dream and the Teleron Riad intersect. So what Andrew was saying about when the wolves die, they go into the wolf dream, aka Teleron Riad, and that's also where the Heroes of the Horn wait. to be reborn back into the pattern. So this is a recurring theme in humans can die and go to Teleran Riyadh, and wolves can die and go to Teleran Riyadh. Kind of depends upon their connection. And it does state that, this telepathic communication is how wolf packs communicate. And that sort of makes a type of sense, given that wolf packs coordinate their attacks and everything. They have to have a way of doing it. And this is kind of like a means of simplifying that for the layman's reader, if you will.
Well, let me ask you specifically, Rainbow. Why would the pattern have sniffers? Why would there be specific lone wolf brothers? And why are there people like Min? Why does the pattern do this? I mean, I guess with Min, we can see that she had the connection with the Rand eventually. But why does the pattern kick this out?
Well, as to what Abigail was saying, was to prepare the heroes, if you will, for the battle to come. As for sniffers, I mean, that particular skill is a little...
that's an odd one out for everything else.
Yeah, it is. And
it could just be the influence of the creator wanting to give humanity a way to sniff out evil.
It's possible as well.
To me, it's really weird that he is able to smell the trail in this alternate world. That should not exist, in my opinion. I do have a little trouble with that.
My way of solving that is I don't view it as an alternate world. I view it as like a filter over the world, something like Teleran Riyadh, where it's the world. It's just another level of it. So it's why there's no living things there. There's no animals there or insects, but there's trees. And that's why everything looks so weird when you turn your head, because it's like when you're in a game and it isn't there and then it pops in once you're looking at it. So you're like, okay, this is what's supposed to be in the world. This is what it looks like through this lens. I don't think it's an completely alternate what might have been.
I like that theory, actually.
Sorry, Rainbow.
No, go ahead.
It's like that other mirror world isn't completely real, because it doesn't have bugs, but it has Grom and it has the alternate tower, kind of like it feels like if there were layers of one world next to another, like Teleran Riyadh is near the Randland dimension, that this world is like layered halfway over. It's not a completely independent world and exists because Randland's dimension exists, but it's not independent and it's not fully formed, whether it's because it's a maybe or because it's dying or fading or what. It's just I don't know. I have no idea why the Grom are there, but they're there. And I think for a long time I thought that was where the Shan-Chan got the Grom somehow, and then forgot how to use portal stones. But the Grom came from somewhere. They did not come from Randland.
That's so interesting. Why do we not think that Celine brought those?
I was about to say, because Celine had just brought them just to trade.
I mean, there were no Grom until she was there.
I thought she brought them and created them. Also, something you said was the world is dying. I think that is exactly what's happening, and that's what the mile-long sears in the earth are. I think it is the earth dying, and that's its way of cracking and showing it.
There's no way to show it, but I had a... Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
Just to quickly on your point with the Shan-Chan and the Grom, we find out, I can't remember where, but we find out that the Shan-Chan get these creatures from the mirror worlds. They're not native to the world we're reading. At least
interesting.
That's where they came from.
And at the times the Shan-Chan were in Shan-Chan, Lanfear would have been in the prison with in Thakandar or Shale Ghul or something. I think I'm getting my mountains and the Blight mixed up, but Ishmael was definitely in a position where he could have just been hanging out with the Shanshan and just feeding them Grom until they had enough that they could just repopulate the continent with more in order to help out their forces and then bring them on boats over to Randland later.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, if you have a creature that large, then you need smaller creatures for it to feed on. To me,
these are also the evolved forms of the creatures from the Mirror Worlds. They're not the exact same they're evolved from, because they got them during the 1,000 years of the breaking of the world.
And it's this perspective that Rand is looking at those sears and burn marks in the ground. They just look like lines, but I've always wondered if there was an aerial shot of what they would look like the Nazca lines or something else, where they would actually look like something
like crop circles,
a message, or just, I don't know, the shape of a raven or something.
Oh,
I actually have a theory on that, and
that's awesome.
And it ties into the clouds. So they describe the clouds as being lines in the sky, which, if you think back, that kind of sounds like Jetstream
contrails.
Correct, and they were too straight to be natural.
Yeah, and so it sounds like Jetstream, and what happens when a plane takes off, there's a whole lot of heat. So
right, this contrast condensation, yeah.
Yeah, so if this is your alternate world version of an airplane taking off, they're going to leave like a streak of dead grass or whatever, dead ground wherever they take off from, and jet streams in the sky.
Huh. I always thought it was like an Aes Sedai battle where they were just throwing mile-long things of flame, and that's how I always interpreted it as.
Turns out we're all wrong. Then there Robert Jordan was trying to warn us of global warming well ahead of its time.
Maybe that's it. They're like, this is Greenland.
But the sears are described as being thin on the ends and wider in the middle, which would be consistent with like the beginning of a burn, and then the wider part, well, they're taking off and then thinning out as it's leaving the ground, right?
Yeah. What were you saying, Ed?
I don't know.
That's okay. That's my boy. We lose our train of thought. That's all right. It's a family tradition.
I have no idea.
That's okay. Is there I think we're going to take a smaller, tiny little break so Ryan and I can shake our hands free of puppet cramp and get to know Aidan just a little bit better. And
yes. So when we come back, we're going to get to know Aidan. We're going to just interview him about his feelings about the entire series. Get your questions ready. This should be fun.
Yeah. We'll just take a 5-7 minute break or something. Maybe 10.
Or something.
All right. And everyone, if I would love for everyone to
know that everyone should know that Dusty Wheel has just started. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, so if you guys want to go, I understand.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
Yeah, go ahead. Thanks for joining us. I truly.
Can be. So yeah, basically,
I may call in while we're on our show. Should I call in right now?
Oh, that'd be amazing. So
that would be awesome.
Like, so basically, like the Dusty Wheel is like the McDonald's, and we're like the little taco truck.
How many? 2, 3? How many you want? All right, you got it.
All right.
Well, let's take a quick break. My hand's cramping, so we need to take.
Here comes a musical intermission.
Yeah.
All right, now let's hold on for a second. Some of you guys sure are thinking about now, wow, this terminal's tripping out, man. Tripping out, man. Tripping out, man.
I hear music. Music. I do not hear anything. Sure. I know I heard something. I do not hear anything. Stop.
guerra, la sal de la terra.